you've ditched the cake for a steak by now, but in case you haven't, I'm going to show you the easiest fresh cream layer cake that is 100% carnivore and actually makes, bakes, and eats just like a decadent cake that you can eat on every special occasion, guilt-free. I'll show you how to make the cake, the icing, and of course, how to put it all together. And by the way, this cake can be customized to your liking. You can add whatever flavors, toppings, fresh ingredients, sweeteners if you enjoy those as well, to make this cake truly special for your occasion. I'm actually baking this cake today to celebrate my baby brother's sweet 16th birthday. It is so easy and so delicious. Let's get started. Firstly, a big shout out to my carnivore inspiration and friend, Kelly Hogan. This is her Oopsie cake recipe, and I just made one simple modification. I will be using 7 ounces of cream cheese instead of 8 ounces for every 8 eggs that I use to make the cake. And since I will be making a layer cake made up of 2 layers of cake, I personally will be using what I'm showing here times 2. For the cake frosting, we're just gonna need some fresh cream, and as always, I'll link my favorite website to find raw cream near you. Before we start making the cake batter, let's first preheat our oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now take 2 large bowls so that we can separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. I'm just using my hands here because I feel like it's the safest way. I always find that if I use the eggshells, it accidentally cracks open one of the yolks. So if you do have a larger bowl, I would recommend using that bowl for the egg whites. You will see why later. Now we're going to add our 7 ounces of cream cheese to our bowl of egg yolks. And this specific brand of cream cheese I chose on purpose just because it is the lowest in salt and added sodium. And this is because I don't really want my cake to be tasting savory at all. So I'm going to minimize that by using a cream cheese with the lowest amount of salt. We're going to manually whisk the cream cheese and the egg yolks until it becomes smooth like this. Now for our second bowl, which is the egg whites, we're just going to whisk it until it becomes as stiff as possible. For me, it took about a good 8 minutes of whisking with this electric beater, but you can also whisk it manually. It's just going to be an arm workout. It's going to take some more time, but it works. Here's what the egg whites look like after beating for exactly 4 minutes. And here's what it looks like at its maximum stiffness at 8 minutes of beating. Now we're going to slowly and carefully transfer our egg yolk and cream cheese batter into our larger bowl of fluffy egg whites. As you can see, and I'm sorry for the footage not focusing here, but you can see that I am ever so gently and slowly pouring the egg yolk batter into our stiff egg whites. At the same time as slowly pouring in the liquid, I am also gently folding both mixtures together. You don't want to mix it too vigorously or quickly because we want to retain the fluffiness and stiffness of the egg whites. Here's what the final outcome looks like. We definitely want it to look nice and clumpy. Now we're going to transfer it into a cake baking sheet, and like I mentioned, I'm going to make a 2-layer cream cake. So I'll be repeating all of this to make that second cake layer. And also looking back, I wish I had greased the cake sheets a little bit at least so that the batter wouldn't stick after baking. So if you have some animal fats on hand like butter or tallow, feel free to grease lightly before pouring the batter in. Now we're going to transfer it into our oven, which should be preheated at 300 degrees Fahrenheit by now. And we're going to bake for exactly 25 minutes. So set your timer. Simba always at my feet. He knows he's eating something special tonight. Here I'm just repeating everything to make the second layer of the cake. 25 minutes are up. This is 25 minutes in. And that is about 10 minutes in. It smells so creamy, guys. I ended up having some leftover batter, so I just used an ice cream scoop to make 7 cookies. I baked also at 300 degrees for about 10 minutes, and the cookies turned out very airy and puffy. I always prioritize keeping my fridge and kitchen stocked with clean, all-natural ingredients and supplies. And I'm also usually short on time, so for all of you out there like me who want a convenient, clean way to shop for all of your kitchen and home needs, I highly recommend Thrive Market. Here's my Thrive Market box for the month, and I'll show you quickly exactly what I usually love to get from them. I love their Rosy all-purpose cleaner. This is just in their scent Fresh Lemon, and this cleans countertops, kitchens, anything that Simba messes up and gets his dirty paws on. This does the job. It has no harsh chemicals or synthetic fragrances. I also love their Rosy line dishwasher detergent packs, and this is in also Fresh Lemon. Gets the job done, cleans my greasy carnivore plates, and also has zero harsh chemicals. Steak and Butter Guy's favorite carnivore snacks are these beef sticks from their own Thrive Market line. This is actually cheaper than the famous Chomps brand, and it is still very clean in ingredients. No additives, just meat and spices. I also love their Rosy line laundry detergent powder. This is just way more cost effective than their laundry detergent liquid. I always stock up on their Redmond's Real Salt. This is just Steak and Butter Guy's necessity and favorite salt. I always get it through Thrive Market because their prices are always lowest. I like to shop through the Thrive Market app because you can select the keto diet filter that will only show you all the keto and carnivore friendly goodies being offered. This is great so you can just cut out any of the plant sugary foods that we're not interested in. And like I mentioned, you will always get the lowest prices when you shop through Thrive Market because they will always price match if you see any lower prices anywhere else. Shipping is free for orders over $49. If you're interested in shopping through Thrive Market, you all can get 30% off your first order plus a free gift worth up to $60 if you go to the URL shown on the screen, thrivemarket.com/steakandbuttergal. I've also linked them down below. Here's what the cake should look like when you take it out of the oven. I baked for a total of 25 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and it should look nice and puffy with a golden color on top. Here I'm just taking my thinnest spatula so that I can inch the edges away from the baking sheet so it doesn't stick, and then I'm going to flip it over onto my cake platter. Now to make the cake frosting, all we need to do is pour our heavy whipping cream into a clean bowl and start beating it until it becomes nice and whipped. So for me, this took about a good 5 minutes, and of course you can do this manually as well with just a whisk if you don't have an electric beater. Again, it'll just take some more time. Now comes the fun part, and by the way, this is my first time ever making a cake, and I was inspired only because it's for my baby brother and I'll do anything for my baby brother. This was actually so easy. I thought it would be a daunting task, but I ended up loving this part of the process, which was just spreading this icing all over each layer of the cake. I personally don't have a cake spatula, so I just used this same spatula I used the whole time, and it was so much fun just spreading it, smoothing it, turning the cake. I don't know why, but it was strangely satisfying.
Hello, sir. What would you like to order today?
I would like to order a patisserie. A carnivore patisserie.
Do you even know what is patisserie?
No, I have no idea. I'll get a nice vanilla cream cake with 2 layers, please.
Great taste.
And don't forget about the patisserie.
Coming right up.
Thank you. 2
Days
layers, please. 2 days later. Wow, that was so fast. Was it pre-made or was it freshly baked like freshly a real baked. Patisserie?
Freshly baked.
It's freshly baked? Wow.
Here is your fresh cream layer cake.
Why is it missing a slice?
I can't wait to taste it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, it's missing 2 slices. Sorry.
Stop.
Looks like it was so good. The waiter had a few bites for herself.
Honey Drizzle.
Honey Drizzle, whoa.
Free gift because I love you. Some cookies.
Some patisserie.
And frosting.
Wow, thank you.
Whoa, it's so decadent and dense. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. Yo, that is so bomb.
Wow, look at that. Oh my god.
Am I a professional baker?
Dude, you are a professional baker.
I can't believe this is 100% carnivore. I just got a big, fluffy, decadent bite. Cheers. I love you. Okay, ready?
It's pretty good. So light. Way better than I thought it'd be.
Mm-hmm.
It's very light.
It doesn't feel like you're eating like a
carb coma, sugar, cancer-causing cake.
Have you ever, back when you weren't carnivore,
Yeah.
have you ever been to one of those like French bakeries in New York?
Yes, I have.
And you know how their cake is not like the cake you get at
It's not. It feels like
Safeway
you're
or
eating
QFC?
air.
It's very aerated, right? This is very airy. It's very light. By that alone, I guess I'd give it a 10. It tastes really good. I'm still pretty amazed by how light it is. I really wasn't expecting that.
Yep, me too.
And I love the honey sauce as well.
Yay!
It's really good. I really recommend you guys try the honey sauce.
I'll show them how I made it. It's so simple. Basically, the two ingredients that we use to make the batter, the first part of the cake, which was the cream cheese and the egg yolk, I just had some left over, and what I did was I put some raw honey, mixed it up as that third ingredient, and here you have honey drizzle. So for all of the animal-based, not 100% pure carnivore, although I'm sure some people would say honey is carnivore, I personally don't think it's carnivore, but if you do enjoy honey, go ahead and enjoy this amazing drizzle sauce. I'm a 5-year carnivore who never had sugar, sweeteners, sweet tasting things. So this type of cake tastes sweet to me, and it was absolutely a treat. So delicious. I'm gonna make this for my little brother for his 16th birthday. Shout out to Kelly Hogan and her fabulous Oopsie cake recipe. It was 10 out of 10 delicious. I want to give a special thank you and shout out to my good friend and carnivore hero, Kelly Hogan, for devising this delicious recipe. It has inspired so many of us to make our own carnivore cakes. Kelly is one of my earliest inspirations, an amazing human being, and she makes great videos here on YouTube that I highly recommend checking out. I'll make sure to link Kelly Hogan's socials in the description box below, as well as her Oopsie cake recipe. If you're looking for more recipes like this, or simply more like-minded friends who understand you and cheer you on every single day, I welcome you to join my community, the Steak and Butter Gang. We really pride ourselves on being a safe place for all of you to mingle, learn, and support each other. We host carnivore challenges every single month in the Steak and Butter Gang. You'll have the opportunity to work with my amazing team of loving carnivore coaches and ask incredible special guests, doctors, and MDs your own troubleshooting questions. I cannot wait to meet you in my upcoming 30-day carnivore challenge. You can go to the URL shown on the screen for all details and to join us at sbgmeetup.com, or check out the links down below in the description box. Finally, if you're looking for a really convenient yet cheap way to shop for carnivore staples, I highly recommend Thrive Market, and you all can get 30% off your first box plus a free gift worth up to $60 by going to the URL shown on the screen, thrivemarket.com/steakandbuttergal. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I'll see you in my next one. SVG out.